What's going on, YouTube? This is Venoverdrive here, doing I guess you can call it a side deck tutorial, video, explanation, whatever. But I just wanted to go over a some certain side deck cards against specifically Evil Swarms. Um, I know right now Evil Swarms haven't really been just dominating as of right now. I mean, the format has just started, so they still have a chance to sleep through the cracks. Um, but recently, I was watching a few videos, and I saw players still using. They kept maxx in their deck against Evil Swarms, and so as of late, I mean, with the new ban list kicking off, maxx doesn't really pose much of a threat to them. I mean, people say you can use it against Rabbit, but considering that they only have one Rabbit in the entire deck, and they have to draw it, and then you have to draw the maxx, and then if you draw it any later, it's kind of dead. And so I figure that you can have a lot more options instead of relying on maxx, which you see right here. This is my mail deck I'm testing through. I got quite a few builds actually. I'm just trying to see which one works better. Um, but according, occasionally you're gonna play your side deck based on your actual main deck. Um, Depending on how good your matchups are, that pretty much indicates how many cards you can actually put into your side deck for different other matchups. Like for instance, I would say mermaids have a good matchup against most decks, so that actually opens the board up for more side deck cards against random road decks. But this is something else. Get to that later. But yeah. As far as the side deck choices go, um, I would have to start out with for some reason, like my screen is like screwing with me right now. Um, yeah, like a potential side deck card. Now that if you're playing against a lot of Evil Swarm decks or dark decks in general, um, which this card right here be basic will mostly mostly be confined to I would say locals, possibly some regionals. I wouldn't really take this card to a YCS or anything big, like just on an exponential scale for that matter, just because the chances of you actually using the card is Chaos Trap Hole. Counter Trap, it's similar to Warning. Pay 2,000 life points, negate the summon of a light or dark monster, and then remove it from play, which craps on Ophion in general. Like, you kick this off, it means that even if they do have the infestation in hand, it's completely useless, being that it's a counter trap. And not only do you get the card off the board, you also remove it from play, which you know sets back the old, like occasionally players can bounce back cards, but this way it's gone, so you don't have to worry about it. And this is a big thing against Master Key Beetle. Um, it could do damage against Black Wings for them freaking Armor Masters, Armor Wings, or just any dark summon in general. Uh, Next, Royal Decree. Good side that card. One of my favorites. Trying to main deck in Ember Mails just because this format is going to be somewhat back row heavy. So there are certain times when you can just be Royal Decree. You might want to just nuke the field with Black Rose Dragon just to kind of set your opponent back. But majority of the time, Royal Decree was like, even if your opponent does drop Ophion, you can actually get to it with your big boss monsters, or just just any monster that has necessarily an effect in general. Like you might have a monster that you might want to drop your spike and nuke it with pitch heavy infantry and just blow it up or something along that matter without worrying about safe zone falling into play. Um, third, skill drain. Personally, I hate skill drain, but against Evil Swarms, this would be a very good match choice because now, especially if you're playing against, if you have big monsters like dragons or whatever, then you can negate their effect and get over it. You can drop your cards. Most people say it will hinder you at the same time, but considering that if you playing skill drain, I'm pretty sure that your deck can utilize it with crazy outs. I think I just actually hit the freaking whatever button, but I pretty much got it memorized. Another card choice would have been breakthrough skill. Considering that this card, it's a set card. It's similar to Effect Veiler, and you can chain it. The only problem is that breakthrough skill is one of those cards. If they already have the infestation in hand, they can kick off breakthrough skill. They can kick off the infestation to negate the breakthrough skill, and so that would kind of suck. But considering if you don't want to play cards that would hinder yourself, breakthrough skill would be a nice option. Effect Veiler is also a good option just because you can just discard that when your opponent drops the Ophion or just any effect monster in general and just detach. Pitch Effect Veiler and negate their effect. This will help you up, even though next turn that the effect to be over. Just hopefully, maybe you already have an out and you're just waiting for one more turn to go off. Their last Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. This card right here wrecks any dark deck in general, just because you restrict their effects. It can't do much, and since it's specifically for darks, considering that if you play any other deck that has any other attribute in it in general, you're pretty much, I guess, plussing throughout the entire game. They can't use their effects, you can use yours. What's not to like? But yeah, that was just a quick deck video. Crap. But yeah, that was a tutorial on cards to replace maxx during certain situations, depending on, like I said, this is an Evil Swarm matchup. I'll come up with a deck matchup for, like I said, Mermails, Fire Fist, just all that other stuff later on. So yeah, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. If you have any other deck ideas that you want me to post, just put them out there. This is Venoverdrive. Later.